Right. I think they said it all this week at Monday. They said this is a fresh start for them with Mark Parsons stepping in as the head coach. Listening in on the conference call the other day, they're just very excited to get out here and prove what they're capable of doing. They're a very talented team, and they want to start proving it, and they think they can start showing that under Mark Parsons today.
We'll talk much more about the changes to the coaching staff as well as the roster throughout the game. But let's give you the starting lineups first. First for FC Kansas City, we expect Vlatko and Ganovsky-Scott to line up in a 4-5-1. Nicole Barnhart gets the nod in goal. Back four left to right of Christy Mewis, Becky Sauerbrunn, Lauren Sesselman, and Leanne Robinson. In the midfield for FC Kansas City, it's Erica Timrak on the left wing, and Jen Buskowski, Desiree Scott, and Sinead Farley in the center. Merritt Mathias will start on the right wing, and Melissa Henderson gets the nod up top. Experienced group, Danielle, coming into this game in third place in the league.
Yes, last time these two teams met, it was a 2-0 win for FCKC, but they're missing a lot of their power offense today. So I think the Spirit is up for the challenge and really want to give this one a game. Yeah,
FC Kansas City, Danielle, has scored 20 goals this year, but 14 of those goals aren't here. Lauren Cheney has 8 of those. She leads the league in scoring. She's off for the next 2 games, planning her wedding to NBA player Drew Holiday. And then they trade Renee Cuellar over the weekend. She had 5 goals. And then Casey Lloyd also made the trip. She has 1 goal. So you have 6 goals. Henderson gets the nod, outscored all year. So they're hoping she can produce all goals as well.
Right. I guess this is a great game for the Spirit to say a fresh start, because they are essentially playing a different team than what they saw a couple of weeks ago out in Kansas City.
The team for Mark Parsons in his first day at the helm. Ashlyn Harris gets the nod and go back for it. Tori Heister is at left back with Robin Gale out due to injury. Candace Chapman and Tony Presley in the center, and the stalwart Allie Krieger at right back. And then the midfield is interesting. Julia Roberts plays the holding mid as she has all year, but she's going to be the only one, as Lori Lindsay and Diana Matheson will push up to support a striking 3 of Colleen Williams, Connie Pollers, and Stephanie Oakes.
Right. I'm very excited to see Colleen Williams out there today in the starting lineup. She's done some really good things when she's been given. So Mark Parsons saw some special things going on this week in training and has given her the starting nod.
Spirit in the red going from right to left towards the scoreboard and into the stadium. FC Kansas City in the road whites. Pollers in the center circle. Be her first home game coming over from Germany. Here's Lindsay in the center circle. Right, it comes for Krieger. Now back for Chapman. Candace Chapman slowly working her way back to fitness, Danielle. Missed most of the first half of the season, but has started the last couple of matches. And as she gets more fit, her experience will take over, and I think she'll settle in nicely.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, obviously she's done some great things when she's played for Canada in the international game. I don't think she's shown her best in the couple of games here that we've seen at the SoccerPlex, but I'm very excited for her to get healthy and 100% to see what she can give to this Spirit squad.
Sauerbrunn brings it down about halfway into her own end, goes back to the goalkeeper Barnhart. Of course, the homecoming for Becky, who played here for the Washington Freedom and with you with DC United Women last year.
Yeah, it was great playing with her in DC United. She's fantastic. She played with the Freedom back in 2008 as well when I was on that team too, and she's awesome. She's so much fun to play with. She's a great leader out there, and she's really fun to watch.
Mathias able to keep that ball alive. Throw in for Heister, who, as I mentioned, is getting her first look at left back this year. Throw up the line intended for Pollers, headed by Leanne Robinson, now volleyed forward by Buskowski. Right now for Mathias. Marked tightly by Colleen Williams. And Williams gets a foot and knocks it out for a throw. And she'll leave it for the veteran Leanne Robinson, who played for 3 teams in WPS. Cutting inside is Sinead Farley, trying to step around the tackle from Presley. Still Farley at the top of the box, lays it off now square. Chance for Mewis with the shot in right at Ashlyn Harris.
That wasn't great defending there by Presley.
To the left it comes for Temrak. Inside now, broken up and stolen by Lori Lindsay. Back for Chapman. Spirit coming in, having not scored in their last 5 matches, but you have to figure Diana Matheson's inclusion plus that 4-3-3 will produce some attack today.
Right, absolutely. And Connie Poehler, she's, takes a little bit of time for her to adjust to the game here. She played her first 2 games on turf, which she's definitely not used to playing overseas. So I think they're really excited about what they can. One thing that I want them to focus on is, yes, getting the goals, but also denying the goals, denying the chances of the other teams. I think that's definitely a goal that they need to keep in mind.
Chapman with time and space under token pressure from Henderson. She'll push forward the 2 Notre Dame products from different generations for the Fighting Irish battling there. Ball given away to Sauerbrunn. Space for Sauerbrunn to push forward with a head of steam marked by Matheson. She'll dump it wide right for Matthias. Nicely weighted ball. Sesselman will play it in midfield for the feet of Jen Buskowski. Now give away to Polars. Oakes gets by Mewis. Oakes now on the right flank. Cross is deflected. And the flag comes up there. And a free kick for the Spirit. Or Danielle.
Yeah. I mean, it was advantage. It kind of fell to Dinah Matheson's foot right there. I guess he called a handball.
That looks to be the call, judging by the spot, as it was in the area where Matheson was.
Right. Oh, I'm not sure what he called. I think they're saying the kick is wide there.
That will be where they played it, so they must have called the foul. Which that would have been an interesting spot for an indirect free kick anyway.
Right, right.
Much easier to just play, I think, a conventional cross here for Lori Lindsay. Two-player wall. Will set up off as Henderson OHSP does that wall. Chance for Lindsay to serve it in. Polars is in the middle. Williams is on the left. Krieger, Oakes, Presley also in the box. Chapman will join them now. Right-footed serve from Lindsay. Towards the far post and headed out towards...
He is a very technical coach. The players, he's just really, really good. I worked with him a little bit last year. He was the U20s coach last year, and when I was for DC United Women, he would train us sometimes as well. I just loved his training sessions. He did a good job at teaching, especially the younger players. So he's going to do some good things with this team.
Krieger for... Tries to touch on Robinson. It comes out wide right. Chance now for Oakes to try and cross if she can turn the corner on Mewis. Oakes still in the ball, and all double team, knocked down, and play will continue as FC Kansas City builds out of the back. Pass outside, kept alive by Mewis for Henderson, and now they will say it going to win over the sideline. Throw for Allie Krieger in the Spirit in the 11th minute. Parsons moving up from coaching the Spirit reserves, where he had a lot of success this year. Just one loss for that side. Roberts. Drop back now for Presley. Presley will play it left-footed wide for Williams, and the pass behind Huster's run. Out for a throw from Matthias in the 11th minute. So leave it for Robinson to take. Throw comes towards Farley, headed forward. Polars can't get a handle on it. Now she will steal it away from Becky Sauerbrunn and lay it off. Here's Stephanie Clark playing it through, looking for Polars, but broken up by Sauerbrunn and played wide left. Christy Mewis. Tipple slows a bit as Sesselman's on the ball. She'll play it left for Robinson. Switch now wide right. Will work in Leanne Robinson. Plays it through, looking for the right of Matthias, but too far. And Harris will call off Presley and let it roll out for a goal kick in the 12th minute. Got a couple players in that center of the defense that maybe were helped by WPS more than most. Becky Sauerbrunn was kind of discovered by the national team coming out of WPS. She was a great collegiate defender for Virginia.
Absolutely. Got
a couple of looks early on, but then got her chance from Pia Sundhage after WPS and after being the Iron Woman for the Freedom. Here's Schuster on the left side, playing it through, looking for the run of Polars. Hustling over to get it is Lauren Sesselman. Sesselman will shield off Polars, does very well to win. Polars fighting back. Sesselman shielding her still, stays on the ball, and plays it now for Scott.
Like you just said with the WPS, some players were discovered in that, just like they were.
Now for Farley.
Like I was saying a little bit earlier about Mark Parsons, that he's gonna make sure this backline is incredibly organized, and I think they've done a good job since. You can hear me from up here. Stay tight, follow your runners. They just have to and keep an eye on the runners in the box. Space for Matheson to catch behind Polars. Up comes Sauerbrunn, and she'll start the attack. Charging across midfield. Lays it off square now for Farley. Open right is Matthias. They'll play it wide for Merritt Matthias. Huster gets a piece of Matthias to get to the end of it. Back again for Presley. Roberts. Stolen away. Buskowski will start the attack for Henderson. Laid off now for Sinead Farley. Chip over, looking for the run of Temrak. Headed into the box towards Henderson, but the 50-50 ball's won by Presley. Now mishit. But luckily for Washington, Temrak was in a poor position to get that relative to Krieger, and Krieger wins it. I was talking to Mark Parsons earlier today about Julia Roberts, and I was saying, you know, she never really gives anything away that is dangerous for the other team, but that was a dangerous ball she gave away there.
Sauerbrunn forced back, and Barnhart will chip it out as the switch now for Merritt Mathias, marked by Huster with Williams in support. Mathias' cross whipped in, blocked by Harris. And now Williams will dribble forward. I thought she was just going to whack it clear, but chose to dribble. Tangle up there, results in a throw-in for Washington.
Ashton Harris had no idea that ball was even coming. She got blocked a little bit by the player making that run.
FC Kansas City thought it was their throw, and honestly, I thought it was too. But it will go Washington's way. Huster for Polars. Williams. Opening up right is Krieger. Here's Polars. He'll switch it for her.
That was a fantastic ball wide from Polars.
Krieger going to work at the top of the 18. Lays it off for Matheson. Matheson on the right foot. Back heel for Lindsay. Lindsay's chipping into the box towards Polars. Headed out. Second ball volleyed by Buskowski forward. Kept alive now by Roberts. Krieger on the right flank with space to cross. Marked now by Temrak. Dumps it off for Oakes. Oakes' ball is a good one towards the spot by Barnhart.
I'm really enjoying watching from the Washington Spirit. They've put some really good things together. It's really fun to watch.
Let's go back to that pass that Polars hit. It's a simple pass in terms of it's just a push pass out to the side.
Absolutely.
But she hit it perfectly in terms of the weight. Didn't get a lot of arrow in it. Just hit it perfectly for Allie Krieger.
It was a nice driven ball. Skipped a little.
Scott. Mathias. Either way, both goalkeepers have had to make a couple routine plays, but really no clear-cut opportunities either way.
No incredibly dangerous opportunities, but it has been fun watching them try to attack both teams in the final third, but I think the Spirits had the better run of play in the last 5 minutes.
Lindsay's header, broken up by Sesselman, as Polars was trying to get to the end of it. Now it comes back for Barnhart again. Again, if you're just joining us, Lauren Cheney is not here today. She's taking the next 2 matches off to prepare for her wedding, so we wish her well with that. And sure, Washington, not too sad to see her go. She's been on fire, leading the league with 8 goals right now. Scored both goals the first time weeks ago. Sauerbrunn. Laid off now for Henderson. Dropped for Scott. Played again for Henderson. She'll dummy it for Mathias. Left-footed ball. Flicked on by Farley for Henderson. Now Temrak wants it on the left side. Chipped towards that flank. In pursuit now is Krieger. Krieger will get a touch in.
Attempted to create opportunities off them. She's been working really hard up there, which is good to see.
He should throw for Polars. He chests it down for Williams. Who tries a little Cruyff move. Knocks it out. They'll back up Robinson a few steps before this throw in the 27th minute. Still not happy with the spot. Throw up the line, headed on by Henderson. Easy win for Roberts, who drops it for Presley. Roberts for Candace Chapman in the center circle. Short for Matheson. Under pressure from Buskowski, she'll double back and working Krieger. Presley. To the feet of Huster. Back again for Presley. Seeing a lot more pressure than FC Kansas City's attackers.
Yeah.
When the back line's been in possession in this game, Danielle.
Right. I mean, FCKC is really just sitting back. Knock the ball a little bit around the back, and you know, once they get into the final third, they're putting high pressure on them and hoping that the Spirit cough it up, which is fine. Keep the ball in front of you. Be smart. Be patient.
Unforced error there as Oakes tried to drop it for Matheson and went inside instead of outside. An easy throw for FC Kansas City. Mewis back for Sesselman. Again for Christy Mewis. Ship up the line. Roberts will be pressured by Temrak. Shields her off. Wins it well for Chapman. And back for Ashlyn Harris. Roberts. Chip right. Between the runs of Oakes and Krieger, it's won instead by Mewis. Chips it up for Henderson, who heads it back and gives possession away. Here's Oakes for Matheson. Polar's trying to shield off, goes down there, no call. Sinead Farley, nice chip right to win. And she loses the handle, does keep it alive though, for Matthias. Scott, smart touch for Robinson. And back for Sauerbrunn. Switch left for Mewis. Brings it down with her left foot, now dribbles with her right. Switches to the left and steps by Oakes. Chip up, looking for Krieger. Goes through the legs of Lindsay, but possession now given back. Julia Robertson, the Spirit, in the 31st minute.
That was a fantastic read by Krieger. Do a better job at just holding that ball, so then they think.
Matheson turns, but is disrupted by the captain, Becky Sauerbrunn. Touch now by caught there by Ashlyn Harris. Harris wanting to work quickly, punts it up for Williams. He was getting instructions at the last stop from Mark Parsons. Now working towards the corner is Williams.